Take it easy. Okay. Let's go this way. Come on. Lay down. Let's make you nice and comfy.
The film opens on Mary, a medical student attending a college lecture when her phone suddenly rings. The professor stops mid-lecture, glaring at her, and sternly warns, "Next time, make sure your phone's off before walking into my class." Mary offers a quick apology, but he dismisses her and exits. It becomes apparent that she's under severe financial strain, tuition and living expenses are mounting, and she's desperate for work. Despite submitting multiple job applications, nothing materializes. Scrolling through online listings one evening, Mary discovers an advertisement seeking dancers at a local club. With few options left, she applies and is summoned for an interview that same night. At the club, she meets the owner, who reviews her paperwork and asks routine questions. When he notices her medical training, his interest sharpens. "Ever done surgery before? And if not, do you think you could?" Without hesitation, Mary replies, "Yes, I think I can." He offers her a $5,000 fee and drives her to a remote location. There, a man lies bleeding on the floor, barely clinging to life. "You're in medicine. Stop the bleeding," the owner instructs. Mary pulls herself together, applies pressure dressings, and stabilizes the patient. True to his word, the owner hands her the cash. Mary walks away shaken, wondering how $6 in a clinic compares to this payout. Later that night, Mary sits alone and reflects on what she's done. She glances at her phone to find repeated missed calls from an unknown number. Ignoring the first few, she finally answers when the calls persist. A distorted female voice asks, "Is this Dr. Mary?" Mary calmly responds, "Sorry, wrong number." Moments later, there's a knock at her door. On her doorstep stands a woman dressed in blood-red clothing, her features unnaturally exaggerated, as if sculpted through countless cosmetic procedures. Mary grips a baseball bat and demands explanations. The woman reveals she works at the same club and retrieved Mary's address from her paperwork. When Mary inquires about the woman's appearance, she admits, "I love a cartoon character and wanted to look just like her. I have a friend who wants the same. I heard you're good, will you help her?" Entranced by the promise of payment, Mary agrees. She's escorted to another secret location and meets the friend, a young woman whose face has already been reshaped to mimic a doll, resulting in a grotesque, inhuman appearance. "I love Barbie," the girl insists, "and I want to look like her completely." Driven by financial desperation, Mary proceeds with an extreme body modification surgery on the woman. The following day at medical school, Mary is approached by a senior doctor with instructions to complete a critical exam, an assignment that signals her acceptance into the clinical program. As Mary steps into the testing room, she realizes that, despite the moral and ethical compromises of the previous night, her future in medicine hangs in the balance. Mary delivers tragic news to a grieving family with calm professionalism and genuine empathy. Impressed, a senior doctor remarks, "You're going to be a great surgeon someday." Later, the woman with the cartoonishly altered face reappears bearing a gift. "My friend loved your work," she explains just as another doctor notices them together. Mary quickly excuses herself. Shortly thereafter, Mary is invited to a party hosted by the renowned physician she admires. Wearing the gifted dress, she endures public humiliation when he behaves disgracefully.
I never thought I'd see you at one of these. Okay. Let's go this way. Come on. Come on. Lay down.
Humiliated and enraged, Mary decides to apply her surgical skills to reshape him as she has others.
I didn't.
Mary's reputation in the city's underground surgical scene flourishes. Clients request increasingly bizarre modifications, tongue splits, deliberate scarring, detached limbs, and body restructuring, and Mary performs each procedure with fearless precision. Money pours in, and her notoriety spreads. One day, a detective arrives investigating the disappearance of the very doctor who humiliated Mary. He informs her that her name has surfaced, but Mary maintains her innocence. After he leaves, she confides in the club owner. Furious, he locates the missing physician, tortures him, and uncovers video evidence of the doctor's harassment toward Mary. The cartoon-faced woman returns once more to reveal a startling truth: she and her friend are twin sisters who wish to swap arms. Mary enlists another doctor, and despite massive blood loss, they successfully complete the risky surgery. Later, Mary enters a darkened chamber to find the disgraced physician suspended by hooks, his limbs severed, mouth sewn shut, barely clinging to life. She photographs him in silence, recognizing that her work has transcended vengeance and become art. Suddenly, police sirens wail outside. A patrol officer bursts in to rescue the wounded doctor, but Mary attacks and kills him. Covered in blood and visibly shaken, she is steadied by the club owner's bodyguard, who urges her onward. The twins arrive to pay her, and Mary allows herself a brief, satisfied smile. Meanwhile, the Barbie client confronts her husband, who erupts in fury at her self-inflicted transformation. The detective returns, investigating yet another missing doctor. Mary, knowing the club owner is responsible, remains silent and slips a sedative into the detective's drink. When he suggests the abduction serve justice, she quietly replaces his glass, questioning whether she truly needs to hide her actions. That night, Mary receives a frantic call from the cartoon-faced woman, bleeding and pleading for help. Her husband discovered the truth and attacked her. Before Mary can react, he appears at her door and stabs her in the abdomen. Though she fights back and kills him, Mary succumbs to her injuries. When the police arrive, they uncover the full extent of Mary's secret clinic, her victims, her surgeries, and the bloody trajectory of her rise and fall. The film concludes on this grim revelation. Thank you.